Hey, what's up everybody? Prepared Guy here today, and look at us. We have so much crap on the table in front of us. Oh man, guys. We have a video, a backpack video on this channel, and you guys have left a ton of comments. It was a really engaging video, and then from my last video, I let the cat out of the bag. I told you guys that it was a clickbait video, and no, I don't apologize for that, because of the fact that it engaged some awesome conversations down in the comment section below that video, and I've learned so much, and you guys have learned so much as well. We've really come together as a community, and we've started talking about what should go in a backpack, what shouldn't go in a backpack, you know, how much a backpack should weigh, and what utility a backpack should have for different scenarios. So on the table in front of me, I have a bunch of stuff that could go in the backpack, stuff that might not go in the backpack. But guess what, guys? I have no control over what's going to go in this backpack as of right now, because right now, you and me together, we're going to build a get home bag. And now the first step is to figure out what we're going to put in this bag. So for the next several weeks, I'm going to make a video almost every day to talk about what's going to go in the bag next. And from the comment section below, I'm going to pick out what we've most commonly agreed upon, and that's what I'm going to put in the bag for the ultimate endgame video. So at the end of this whole entire series, you guys would have picked with me everything that's going to go in this bag. This is going to be a get home / bug out bag. Something that's kind of a well-rounded bag. It's not going to be for gone forever into the universe and, you know, never coming home. It's not going to be a quick get home bag. It's going to be a nice, tight, happy medium bag. So without further ado, let's start this video out. Now on the table in front of me, I have a shit ton of stuff that could potentially go in this bag. I have some sternos and a stove kit right here with a pot. Now that could go in the bag. That's a lot of stuff though. This folds up. You guys have seen these before. They fold up and you put them in a bag, you put them in a little sleeve, and you have to have the sterno, and the sterno can fit inside the pot, and the pot goes and folds up, and you can do all this stuff, and you put it away, and it's nice and comfortable and cozy and fits right in a little pocket in the bag and weighs a friggin' ton. There's that option. Then there's the, this is the same option. This is just biofuel in here, guys. And supposedly it lasts 7 hours. I haven't actually tested that yet. If you guys know anything about those, leave a comment down in the section below. Now you could use that as well. 7 hours. Sternos take a while to heat up. The boiling temperature of water is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. I think it's 100 and something degrees Celsius, but whatever. We're in America, so with a sterno, you got a lot of stuff going on here. It's a lot of stuff to bring with you. Are we going to put this in the bag, guys? Well, we could for a particular scenario. Now, with sternos, they are made so that you can use sternos inside your home. You can use them inside your tent. If you've ever been to a wedding or a party, you've seen chafing tables where they keep the food hot. They usually put sternos underneath it to keep the food nice and warm. Now, sternos are used to make food warm. They're not usually used to cook food. However, you can cook food with a sterno. You don't need to, but you can. So I could leave this sterno going for 5-10 minutes. It takes a long time to get the water boiling. It has to be really close and on top of there, and you gotta make sure the wind's not blowing. But I can get to 212. I can boil up some water, and I can make some beef stroganoff or, you know, fettuccine alfredo with chicken. That actually sounds pretty good. So you could do that. It's going to take a little bit longer. Now, here's an Esbet stove. Esbet stove has these little tablets with it, and these little tablets, they are basically like a notch. You put one in, and it gets to a certain temperature. You put another one in, it gets to even hotter temperature. You burn all four at the same time, and you're boiling water within 2 minutes. So, you know, if you guys have used those before, they smell, they got a chemical odor, and I don't recommend using them inside a tent. I don't recommend using them inside of a house. So this wouldn't be for an urban bug out bag. This would be for more like an urban bug out bag with the sterno and everything, because you can use that inside. So moving along, you have a jet boil. jet boils are the glamping portion of this video. I like my gadgets, I like my stuff, and I'm sure you guys like some cool things too, but cool and practical do not go hand in hand all the time. This is cool, this is not super practical. Can you make it practical? Yes, you probably could. It's excellent for urban. I have actually used this inside tents, inside actual houses, inside cars. As long as you have enough ventilation to prevent carbon monoxide buildup, you're good. Now, with the jet boil, it's specifically designed to heat the water up as fast as possible. I have a boiling time of about 2 minutes with the jet boil before it comes to an extreme rolling boil. And that rolling boil is gonna kill all the bacteria that's in there. Now, if you're out and about and you have to gather water from a stream, I suggest getting yourself a Sawyer Mini or something of the like, and taking the Sawyer Mini bag, 16 ounces, filling it up with the stream water. You always want to use running water or some kind of stream, something that's relatively clean to begin with, something that might not have chemicals in it. Now, I say running water or stream water because the fact that it has its own natural filtration through all the rocks and twigs and stuff that it goes through. Fill this up. It's going to filter all the sediment and all the bacteria through this filter. And you're going to pour it inside your pot or whatever you're cooking it inside of. You're going to boil it. You're going to come to that 212 rolling boil for at least 5 minutes, and you're going to be able to drink that water and not have to worry about the bacteria or the sediments that are inside of it. Now, you could do that with any of these. The one thing that's going to separate this from this is that you can use this inside. You can't use this inside. Now, you can and can't use this inside unless you use it with like a sterno, or you use it, I don't know, with a jet boil. You just put it on top of the jet boil. No, I'm just kidding. You can use this if you have bushcraft skill anywhere, anytime, depending on your skill level. Now, some of you guys will be like, I can use that in an urban environment, and I'm sure you can. There's other ways you can heat this up. Now, once you take the plastic part off of the top of this, it's basically just a hollow metal. Now, you gotta think about it too. You don't want to use the ones that are insulated that have the double insulation. You want one that has just one wall, not two walls, because the two walls, they pop like a balloon when you get them to a certain temperature. Believe me, I've seen people do it. So you want the hollow, one layered wall. It's gonna, be like this. Nice thin. And you could throw this directly on the fire, and you can boil water or whatever you want, make stuff for your meal, okay? Throw it right on the fire. You can use a pair of pliers, or you can use your multi-tool to take it out of the fire and to set it aside, let it cool. But you can get this to a rolling boil without all this extra stuff here, because all this is, guys, and we've said it before, is extra stuff. You don't need an Esbit stove. You don't need a sterno stove. You don't need a jet boil. You could do everything with this out in the wilderness, okay? Now that's backcountry. There's stuff that you can't do with this that you can do with this. One, you can get water in under 2 minutes boiled with this. With this, it's going to take 2 to 5 minutes on a fire, usually. Now, it depends on your skill level with bushcraft. Bushcraft, you're going to have to set a fire with this. You're not going to be able to do this inside for the most part unless you get creative and have something else to go with this. But if I was going to use something in my bag that's going to be super versatile, that has multiple use, that I can use the environment around me, I would go with just a plain stainless steel container. If I'm glamping and I'm in an urban environment and I have the luxury of not having to worry about the weight of my bag or anything like that, I would grab the jet boil and I would go. Now, what would you guys choose out of all these items to keep in your bag? Clearly, you're gonna want your lighter, your Bic lighter, your ferro rod, your homemade wax and cotton. You're gonna want your wet fire, a regular lighter, waterproof matches. And of course, you're going to have your water filtration, but setting that stuff aside, those are basics. Those are going to be in your bag anyway for the most part. What would you choose? Sterno, Esbit stove, Jetboil, or just a basic stainless steel container? Leave your answer down in the comment section below, and that will be what goes inside my bag for the final video. This has been The Prepared Guy. Until next time, guys, stay prepared.